Hi guys, this is Vishal here from Trapcode. So in this video we will see how to use custom CSS or custom classes in Trapcode, or like a custom style, I would say, global properties where you can define once that what layout, what design you want in any component, and then it gets reflected across the application, so that you don't have to go and apply style elements on each and every element, each and every component again and again, right? So let's see how to do it. So to create a global style or global CSS, go to the settings, and from here go to app settings. Okay, so this basically, this opens this page. Go to this custom CSS, okay, custom or global CSS. So here you have two options to create those classes. Either you can write code if you are fluent in CSS, or if you know the basics of CSS, you can write custom CSS classes, custom CSS style, and then those will be available across the project. If you don't know it, that's fine. You can use our class creator, where you can actually define what all properties you need, what all attributes you need, and then you can apply them. So let's take a look at both of them one by one. So first of all, I'll create a custom CSS, and then we'll create class. Okay. So I have a very simple page which has a column layout and has two cards. So this is how it looks like. So let's say I want to create a style for my header. Okay, so I want my headers to be consistent across the application. So wherever I apply this class, it should get applied automatically. Okay, so let's go and create a custom CSS for this. So I create a class, let's say custom header. So whenever you write CSS code, the class starts with dot. Okay, so I'll say font size 30 pixels, color, let's say blue, or you can give the color code. Let's see, padding to the top, bottom, left, right, 25 pixels. Okay, border, let's say 1px, solid gray. So I've created a very simple style sheet, very simple CSS, a custom header which has 5 attributes. Let's go and save this. So it is saved. Now let's go and apply this CSS. So you see the name of the class, copy this, go to the element where you want to apply, and then go to the classes section. And here either type the name or just paste it and hit enter. So the CSS has been applied. Okay. If you reload this, you will see the effect. Okay, now you see these both headers were same, but now custom style is applied on this, so it is visible like this. Even if you go to preview the application, you will see the same thing. This header is now different, right? Now let's say I have several headers in my application. Let's say I want to this also to look like this. I don't have to do anything. I'll just go and apply the same class here. This is also like this, right? So, and it is not limited to page. You can go to any page of the application. This CSS will get applied. Right? If I reload, this is it. Let's say you want to change something. Okay. So let's say you want to change the color from blue to green or some other color. Okay. Let's say I also want to add some background color. Okay, and I'll just update it. So now I updated my CSS once, it will get reflected everywhere. So I reload this. If you see, the color has changed to green, and the background has also changed to gray. And you can put color codes and everything to look like how to make it more appealing. Obviously this is ugly design, but that's okay. So this covers the custom CSS. Let's say you don't know all this code. So how do you do it? So let's create global classes. So let's go and create a custom CSS class. So let's say I need a header blue. Okay, so I give the name of the class. So this is similar to like what we've given here, but so let's say header. And this you choose basically if you want your class to take effect into on hover, on click, on active, visited, and all the things. For now, we'll just leave it blank. So now add property. Here you will basically see a list of all the possible CSS properties, right? So let's say I need a color. So I'll just choose color. So it is giving me font color or background color. So let's say I need color. It's blue. Add. Now let's say I need padding, margin top, bottom, or all sides. So let's say all side padding of 50 pixel. Add. Let's say border on all side. Let's say 2 pixel, solid black. Okay. Let's say background light gray. Okay, now I'll create a custom class. So what it has done, it has created a header blue class for me, which I can apply to my components. So let's go back to the component. Let's reload the page. Now let's apply this to this particular section. Okay, so either I can go and type the classes here, or we have added one more section where you can see global class. So this is a feature where you see the list of all the possible CSS classes in the application, so that you don't have to type it there and you can just directly choose it from here. So header blue is the one which we created. So let's go and apply it. You see, it is applied. You can also apply any number of classes you want, and this is the list of all the possible classes in Bootstrap. So we are using Bootstrap 4 as a framework for the UI, so you can use any of these classes. Okay, so let's say I want this also to be like this, so I'll just go and choose header blue. So this is here. I'll go and preview the page. You can see this change. So here you can see changes are getting applied. Now if I go and edit this class, it will get reflected everywhere, right? So either you can write the CSS code and use it on the components as you want, or you can create your own custom properties without writing the CSS code. Just choose from the drop down values and then apply it. Okay, so this is two things. Now let's say you want to change the behavior of existing thing. So let's say this is a button which is green and it is the class is button primary. Okay, now let's say I want to change the behavior. So this class is coming from Bootstrap, right? I cannot control it, but let's say I want to change the behavior because all of my button has this class as default. So what we can do, we can create a new class with the same name and it will override the changes. So let's say instead of blue, I want it orange. So let's go and see it. So I go back to my custom class. Let's say button primary override. Okay. Now in the class, I need to give the exact name so that we are overriding those properties. So it is btnprimar, right? I'll just copy this, go back here, apply it over, it's fine, and I'll say property. So I need a background color. Instead of primary blue, I want it more like orange. Create custom class. So now what we have done, we have just changed the default behavior. So here, if I go to this button, I will not have to do anything. Okay, because the class is already applied. I just changed the behavior. If I go and reload this page, the button should turn orange because the default CSS has been changed. You can see the button is orange now. And on hover, it is still coming blue. So let's go and change the hover behavior also. So I'll create one more property. I'll say button hover. So button primary effect hover. It's a background. On hover, I want it to change to gray. Or I can give any color code. Let's say I want border to also changing to 2 pixel solid yellow. Let's say font also to increase font size to 24 pixel, let's say 30 pixel, and create. So now I've also override the default behavior on hover. Alright, so if I, as of now, hover is still giving the old behavior, so I just reload and let's hover. See, it is now actually increasing the font and applying the gray background, right? So what we have learned, we have either you can create CSS code and you can apply through here. You can create global classes and apply either from here or from the settings like global class, and you can actually change the behavior of the default classes. So there are several classes which are provided by Bootstrap framework. So example this, so this is a button class, beat and danger. There are like several button classes. So let's say I want to change to success. This is another class which turns the button green, so it's green, right? You can see it's green. Hope you are able to understand how easy it is to apply custom CSS, your own CSS, or override existing CSS. And these properties are global, so you write it once and they get reflected across the application. Hope this is clear now. See you again in the next video. Bye bye.